Continuing our listen through to the new BRIDEAR album, Born Again, we've gone to the track Empty Mind. I had a couple of comments about this before telling me this is a really good one. It's nearly 6 minutes long, so we're going to dive straight in. I got to be honest, so far I've been really impressed by this new BRIDEAR album. I didn't know what to expect. I've heard a little bit of BRIDEAR off and on over the last 5 years now. So I've been kind of interested and impressed by what I've heard, but yeah. I don't know, the bar was set so high by the last couple of songs. I've got to set my expectations a little bit more calm for this one, because they can't all be that good. Anyway, I've had some good positive comments, so let me not get my hopes up too high. Let's listen to Empty Mind. Keep the expectations down and the hopes high. Okay, well, it's still heavy. Oh, okay. Liking that mid-tempo headbang. That's cool. Simple but effective. That's very punchy. I'm loving the way how this shifts up the feeling from the last couple of tracks. It's much more straightforward punch. Okay, so where are we building towards for this? Okay, rhythm shifts up. A lot of the songs in this album seem to play the long game when it comes to building up in the arrangement, which I appreciate. That's cool. Oh, I love that beat. I never thought I'd say this, but BRIDEAR seem to really have the idea of like very good sort of travelling arrangements. You always feel like you're travelling towards the next point. Oh, nice cadence there. You always feel like you're building towards something. But at the same time, you always feel like you get to that place. There's always like a reward. There's always a crescendo to these songs. So well structured. But I'm interested, we're only about halfway through, I'm guessing. Less than halfway through, okay. Okay, reset back to the beginning. This bit's really nice though. This bit's very sort of like, you can just imagine people singing along to this. Nice chord changes. Nice. The bass is doing a great job there. It's very simple stuff, but choices of chords. It's all about driving the direction of the arrangement forwards. None of the segments of the song feel isolated. They all feel like they very much lead into each other. It's just a good sign of a good songwriting. I'm glad they're coming back around to this bit because this is such a rewarding chorus refrain. I love that last bit there. Okay, this is a little bit too common. This appears in too many songs. It's whoa, okay, right, okay. I'm really enjoying this album. That was really cool. That was really cool. Now, I'll get a quick criticism out the way. I think that the ending... Yeah, okay. Because I'm going to heap a lot of praise on this song. I have to say, like, the last probably about 45 seconds or so, after we came out with the last chorus, we got the whoa, whoa bit, which kind of felt like it lost a little bit of the energy from the chorus. I think that if we had an alternative melody coming there, that would have been cool. And then that last riff just kind of felt like it... Yeah, the beat stayed the same, and it just kind of felt like the song trailed off towards the end a little bit there. But with exception to that, this was really good. This was really rewarding. And a lot of the things that I liked about this as well, I have to say, were down to the fact that, once again, it played the long game, which seems to be the story of this album. The songs, again, I guess this is becoming like a thing that I keep on saying this, but everything is downstream of songwriting. If you've got good songwriting, everything else can come next and is just cherries on the cake. But this was so nicely written, and that again there was no particularly complicated techniques going on here. It was down to layering, which seems to be another thing that's really good on this album. There's really good layering, the way that sounds come in atop each other, and just little bits of extra things add, good choices of chord patterns that lead you into each next individual bit. It's very nicely written music. It's the sort of thing where, I guess this is another way you could put it, is this the sort of thing where, obviously they've made a metal album, or, hard rock album, whatever we want to call it. But this is the sort of thing where you could take these exact same notes and you could apply it to a different genre and you'd still get a really good song. I think that's one of the quintessentially good things. When you've got good songwriting, the genre tends to be very little more than just the sounds that you pick, the instruments you choose. But the song at its core could be translated into virtually any genre and it would work. And that's one of the things I hear when I hear this. The song just feels like it could work in any style. The emotions, the mood that are conveyed through that beautiful melody, it's all so clear. I guess the most metal thing about it is just that bit at the beginning, which I really like. And it comes again at the beginning of the second verse, where you just get that sort of very sort of heavy, like staccato guitars and the head banging mid tempo beat. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be cool. And yeah, it's got a good headbang when it needs it, but that kind of gets you into it. That gets you bobbing your head along. That gets you sort of moving to the song. But then the song pays it off by having this progression. It uses at least 5 of its 6 minutes very well. I'm going to let it off for the ending. But like I say, the only reason I'm picking on the ending actually is because, as I pointed out, the bar has been set so high on this album. But you know what? I was thinking, after the last couple of tracks being so good, I was like, we're probably going to crash back down to reality now. Do you know, this is still pretty much on par with the last couple of tracks we've heard. Now, I've been going through the track list, as always, and what we had... So Still Burning, I've got to be honest, so far I think Still Burning remains my least favourite track on the album, despite having a music video and I believe basically being the opening single. It's alright, it just, it didn't... didn't sort of hugely do it for me, but it was good. It was good fun. Just like, it wasn't exceptional in the way. Then we had Braver Words was brilliant. Born Again was amazing. Actually, Cult, yeah, Cult. I think Cult along with Still Burning, I wasn't mad about that one either. The two with music videos. And then Empty Mind. Yeah, Empty Mind's raised the game back up again. So I was like, yeah, Still Burning. I don't usually give scores, but I kind of feel like in my brain I'm scoring them. Like Still Burning is kind of like, if 5 out of 10 basically means not bad, not good, average, I'd say Still Burning's probably a 6 out of 10. Braver Words, probably an 8. Born Again's like a 9. Cult, probably about 5. Empty Mind, we're back into those sort of like, I'm back up to those sort of 8 out of 10 territory. I just really enjoyed that. That's, by the way, I'm not standing by that scale. That's just me off the cuff, just trying to give an idea. But I'm really excited about this. And that does basically mean that after 5 tracks, 3 of them I thought were exceptional. All the ones about music videos, I'm sounding like such a freaking edgelord. So yeah, I really like the ones that have no music videos. Yeah. Oh no, the singles, they're the worst tracks. No, I'm not being that guy, I swear. But yeah, this is cool. I really enjoyed this. And again, a long track that actually felt like it used its time well. Cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Because it was quite a simple song, there's not really a huge amount to add to that because most of it was laid so bare. It was so obvious to hear what was good about the song. Melody, chord patterns. I guess some people probably wouldn't look at that as much, but yeah, for me, the chord structure, especially the choices of chords towards the end of each phrase, the way it led into the next bit, the way that layers came in, these are all things they've done on the previous songs, but it seems to be the hallmarks of this particular iteration of BRIDEAR. And, yeah, it does seem like before I was checking, I'd never really sat down and analysed BRIDEAR's albums before, but, you know, they went through phases where they had a very sort of predictable, you know, their first few singles, the ones that everyone's kind of familiar with, they were relatively predictable. The structure was pretty much the same each time, but they were really impactful and catchy, and they were just like good mainstream metal. Then when I caught up with them a couple of years later, they were doing this stuff which was much more experimental. I was like, okay. And then catching up with them now, it's like they combined the both. You know, they've got this really accessible focus on melody, good choruses, good headbanging qualities, but at the same time, there's these intelligent little details where things are building up and moving along. Yeah, I thought this was cool. I really enjoyed this. Really enjoyed this. If I was being overly critical, I would say that, yeah, the ending, it kind of tapers off where it should end with a bit more of a bang. It felt like they didn't really know how to build after the last chorus. If you don't know how to do that, sometimes the best thing is just to end on the last chorus just very suddenly. And at least then people, either you throw people straight into the next song or you make them want to go back and listen again. But yeah, yeah, that's me being as critical as I can. This was really awesome. Let me know what you think as always. Get in the comments, and I'll be listening to more of this album, obviously. But until I do, hopefully see you there. For now, ciao, ciao.